Welcome to Bathurst in this week's Australian monthly event. Now, as you can see, my car was just down there. Beautiful Ford Falcon with a beautiful livery created by Ping. Thank you very much, Ping, for this beautiful livery. It suits this car ever so well. So the reason I call this a bloodbath is because, well, that car failed to start. But for the afternoon I have been racing, it has been really quite ruthless, can I say. And it's not just in turn one, as you can see everybody did get destroyed behind. It's usually actually more at the top of the hill. Now, earlier on my tune wasn't all that special, and it wasn't really all that good. It was quite tail happy, but that doesn't answer the question of everybody making quite, I would say, brave or silly moves where you are going up a hill like we are now. Everything narrows down and they just yeet themselves straight up the inside and plow you right off the track, as we are getting bottled up with everybody here and everybody's trying to find a place. Instead of stretching out, everybody sees an open hole and goes, I can fit in that, and then the door closes, because this is like a long series of S's as we climb to the top of the hill. So yeah, it's been a pretty ruthless. I'm not sure how that happened, and sorry HP, I did go into the side of you there. Thankfully there's a wall there to stop you going off track. Be careful of this gravel patch, it will swallow you whole. But we are now in position 5. I've chosen to go for the hard tyres because I want to go for the hard tyres and not pit throughout the race and see if it can be done. These cars are quite weighty, so tyres don't last as long as they do in other series that where the cars are lighter, because I scrub the tyres a lot. Also, this car is very tail happy and understeers when it feels like it. It's really unique in the sense of you can do the same corner 3 or 4 times over perfectly fine, and then you do it for like a 4th or 5th time. It's like, now understeer, here you go, see you later, babe. And you're in the gravel patch or in the wall from no reason at all. But yeah, it keeps you on your toes, and the Falcon is pretty quick in a straight line, although I think that Holden up in front does seem to be far more stable and much better in the corners, to be fair. And looking to make a move here, not wanting to make a move, but making them aware I'm looking at making a move. But yeah, heading back to, again, when I was saying about the bloodbath, is you get to the top of the mountain and everybody just clams together because some people aren't as confident or as quick as others, and instead of waiting for a more opportune moment to overtake or make a move, they've got to get it done now and literally just drag themselves through, and it just causes an utter amount of chaos and frustration as well. I have, to be honest, I quit a lot of races today as well, as many of you may well be aware. I've seen me in a race and I've just gone, oh, do you know what, I need to go for a walk, because you know, going around this corner, for example, coming up here, car comes up and I slow down for this section here, and they just yeet themselves up the inside here, slam into me and slam me straight into that wall. And not too sure what happened to this person, but yeah, you get the gist of what goes on. It can sort of overtake here to an extent, but it's not massively wise to. It is quite difficult because you are using the whole track to keep the speed up, and as well as you need the whole track. But like I say, these 2 corners here, you need to get on the inside to be able to get onto or stretch out to the outside. I was stretched out a little bit too far and decided that the grass was a little bit too tall. Part 2 decided that that corner didn't exist and went straight for it. Why not? That's resulted, I think that might be the 1.4 second penalty they just received. But yeah, it's quite chaotic, this race. This one's not too bad, but this track in itself. And I think in a few days things will settle down as everybody starts to find their feet and get into the rhythm what this track is. It is a new track. Some people may have not even raced this track, and this is their first time. So we do all have to be patient, and I had to be patient. I had to go for a little walk, take a breath, and come back to it. And I think the livery, as well as Hot Tour and Dan HP, who's in the race with me now, you know, we got chatting and things did get better, and we just joined this race, chatted along, and yeah, it was actually one of those good races. I'm not too sure what happened to Hot Tour. They ping-ponged off the wall somehow, but yeah, It happens. Braking at the 100-meter board here, down to second gear or third gear, depending on your tyre. I am trying to see what third gear is like, because usually you come out the corner and you do spin up. Now, these cars are about corner exit. So you can go into a corner and you need to, when you come out that corner, get that power down as much as you can without slipping the wheels. I brake at the blue huts on the left hand side there, using those blue huts as a reference, because usually the 100-meter board disappears, and it's out of the 20 or 30, 40 laps I've done, the 100-meter board's been there 2 of those laps kind of thing. So use the blue huts as a reference point of braking, and then you go down third gear, turn in. This section is quite narrow, usually do it in fourth gear and get a good bit of speed up, coming over to the right and bringing it back over to the left, back over to the right, and cutting at the left. Be mindful not to carry too much speed, because that wall will slow you down on the right hand side. And same here, get as close to this inside wall as you dare to do so, and try and stay away from the gravel. Grass is not too bad on this track. Actually, grass doesn't swallow you whole. Gravel does. Gravel will wreck you. Braking through here now, down in second gear and coming out the other side, and then you're booting it a little bit through here, braking hard as soon as the painted wall stops and you have the yellow and black wall, and then hard on the power again down this section. Now this is tuned. I have lowered the gear ratio. I think my top speed is 185, and it does seem to give a good pull in 6th gear coming down this section. Very rarely you're going to get to 185 down here, so it's worth just bringing down the full speed, or the top speed, sorry, of the car down to this level. We're braking now down to 3rd gear through here, round through this section. Be careful coming out of this corner, because the camber of the road will upset the body roll of the car, and thus the back end would like to step out. Braking just before the 100-meter board here, down to 3rd gear, and then into the 2nd, and then powering on through. You see the car is quite tail happy, but I am in position 4, which is good news. Braking at the 100-meter board, down to 3rd or 2nd gear, again depending on the tyres as well. If you're on soft tyres or medium tyres, 2nd gear might be the better option coming out of these corners. Thus going up the road we go. Well, that's out down here again, and then like I say, looking on the left hand side and looking for the blue huts there they are. That's the braking point. Yep, the 100-meter board is fell over. Seriously, is someone actually driving through them, or is it that they fell over because of the wind? I don't know, because I've not seen anyone actually drive through them, but I'm not seeing the board actually standing. Coming down here, down the 2nd gear, turning in, let the car rotate itself and come out to the side, powering on gently, because you will spin up the wheels. Same on this corner here, it is very, very easy to get the back end to spin up, and you will, or could, lose control. So it's a case of really managing your gears and managing your throttle input to use the torque to its maximum effectiveness, and try and reduce that wheel spin and get out of that corner as quick as you can. Coming through here, I usually use that canopy as a braking point, and I apply a little bit of brakes here, but I ended up following Hot Shot up in front, and we ended up wall bouncing. I was too busy tunnel visioning what they were doing, and not what I should be doing. But anyway, coming through here now, something's going on there. Them two side by side, I think they're okay. Yeah, well, there's a lot of that going on as well. And yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. But coming down here now, I'm going to brake early, let them take that corner, brake at the 200-meter board. They're probably medium tyres, so they can brake a bit, fair enough, a bit later. And thank you to the ghosting system working there. Well, it suited that person. It would have made no effect to me, but yeah. Brake at the 200-meter board, because I'm on hard tyres. It really is easy to miss your braking point by a very small amount, but go straight off the track, because the speed you're carrying and the brakes on these cars are not all that good, and the car is a heavy old beast as well. Start of lap 6, everybody has gone into the pit, so we are now in position 1. It is a short pit, so if you are doing this tyre strategy, you've got to try and make sure you have a good amount of time in front of position 1, else you're going to struggle to keep this position. 7.1 seconds. Oh, I don't know if that's enough. I've got 3 laps to go. 7.1 seconds is not a lot of time. If they're on medium tires, or they could have even gone on to soft. Now, softs do struggle to last the full 3 laps. If the last lap is compromised somewhat, but if they have gone on to medium or soft, they're going to be about 2 seconds faster a lap. So me being on hards that are worn, I'm also going to be slower. So I don't think 7.5 seconds is going to be enough. It's going to be such a tough call to make. Anyway, coming down here now in 4th gear, clicking it down to 3rd gear, braking hard down to 2nd, going around the section now, touching the brakes through here, and start powering on the other side, flat out down here, and then touching the brakes, and then a bit more power, and then a brake again, down round this corner, and power on out the other side. You can hear the tyres spinning up, and away we go. Still 7.8 seconds. It's not too bad. Let's see how long we can hold on to this for. Oh, and Papa Bubble has managed to overtake that car. I think that car had a bit of an issue because they're more than a second off that car all of a sudden. So yeah, like I say, it's so tight to overtake on those hills or something like that. Or what on earth are you doing, car? Yeah, sometimes you have a bit of like, it feels like a tank slapper is the best way of putting it, where the car just becomes floppy and it's very hard to get it to behave itself again. It might well be easy on control. I'm on a wheel and you just feel it on the wheels pulling left to right, and you're like, come on, settle down, it can be all right. And I do have quite let's say a more firmer setup to what I usually have, so for it to behave in that manner is quite unusual. Usually I get that on one of my soft setups, but yeah. Lap 9 on Papa Bubble has managed to close the gap quite a bit, which is not good news. 3.7 seconds away, 1 lap to go. My rear tyres are on minor wear, sorry, and they're gonna be on better tyres, but they do also have a penalty. So if they do manage to put it in, I'm still gonna have to try and keep up with them. But this car, when those rear tyres start to go, it's a whole bundle of joy is the best way I can put it. I don't know, I find them a bit too oversteery, but they are a heavy old beast with a very big engine, so yeah, you can understand it as well at the same time. Coming around here now, we've lost another second, 2.7, 2.6 seconds away. I'm struggling to get the power down to really be actual brave with this car. It's quite hard just to really send this car, especially at this track as well, because it's so narrow, so tight, and the corners, some of them you have to really slow down for and power back on. It's really hard to get the power back on when your tyres are worn. Now my front tyre is starting to go on to minor wear. Come on, car, you can make it around this bend. Ah, they're behind me. Yeah, that's not good news. Not good news at all. So we're going to get the hammer down and see if we can get this move to work. Come on. Can we hold on to it? We're going to go too wide through this corner. Give them space. Break in at the 200-meter board. They can outbrake me because they have better tyres than me. They can get out the corner faster than me and a bit more stable. And here's the understeer I was telling you about. Yeah, nothing but an absolute bundle of joy this car is to drive sometimes. Breaking that 200-meter board, they say good race. Thank you very much. It was a good race actually, this one. Credit where credit is due. But before you go anywhere, there is another race I want to show you. But first, I would like to take a moment out to thank our channel members, which are Jeffrey Anderson, Andy Good, DMC Motorsport Sigmatic, Daniel Adams, John Burns, and AK47. Thank you guys very much for supporting the channel, and if you enjoy what you're watching here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Let's get on to that next race. Not too sure what Turn 10's logic of this is. I understand this is an Aussie series race, but from what I have seen though, it is going to be this one track for these cars for a whole month. That's a long time. The same track cycled and cycled for 1 month, and I think people are going to get bored very quickly of it. It's not like we have much other tracks. I'm in last place. There wasn't many people in this race, I'm not going to lie. But I'm in P8, which is last. It was 11. I'm not sure where the rest have gone. But yeah, it seems to be a little bit empty, shall I say? Don't know. Can't really grumble. Hopefully it won't be as smoky. But there's another person being absolutely destroyed. And yeah, like I say, it's the people making crazy moves up in this section and there's just no room to do so. It is one of those. But yeah, I don't know. You let me know down in the comments below. Do you think that people may get bored of just constantly doing Bathurst for one whole month? And it's not just on this series. It's this one as well as the Endurance series. I think it's going to get quite repetitive. And it's not going to be like the NASCAR where we had a few ovals and a few tracks cycled through. Just one track constantly for 1 month. I don't think it's going to be popular further down the road. Talk about further down the road, that car's facing the wrong way. Flat out down here now, trying to catch up to HP up in front. 4.6 seconds away from position 1, who does have a 2-second penalty. 3 Falcons coming straight down here, so it's nothing but a bit of a tight road. And I think the Falcon in front is being a little bit overly defensive, shall we say, as I was going to make a move there, but I can't do it, so I'm going to go to the left hand side here and sort of slip my beak in. They come over, block the door using a lawn to do so, and out the other side we go. HP has managed to overtake that car, so breaking up the 100-meter board again, down to third gear. What a move that is. Credit where credit is due. You got that position, but yeah, I don't get it. And like I say, that's what most of these races were like. Don't forget, at the end of this video, we're going to have a crash cam, a small crash cam, to highlight some of the first races incidents, which hopefully, sorry HP, you will enjoy. Okay, there was a wall there. I stuck to it, and I got a 0.5 second penalty for collision of severity 2. It was a bump. I was hard on the brakes and I just got vacuumed in. So yeah, lovely. It is what it is. Anyway, coming out the other side, I am now last again in position 8. We've got to try and call that back, haven't we? It's a wall. Frustration started to set in a little bit. I gotta say. Oh, I tell you, it has been a long day with these cars, and it's quite nice. I've got a much better tune set up, and the car is much more manageable. But yeah, the thing is, if you don't qualify for this race, and I think that is massively key, if you got to get yourself a qualify in at least the top 3, get out on the first few laps. Get away from everybody, and I think you're pretty secure. But if you are not in that position, you have nothing but entertainment for the rest of the race. Until everybody starts stretching out, it's going to be quite messy. It's sad. It is. But like I said earlier, not everybody is fully knowledgeable of the track. Not everybody has the same skill level. And it is a new event, so it does bring in a new lawnmower. Yeah. Thankfully, no penalty and no time gained. By lap 6, we started catching up to the crew, overtaking Hot Tour, who's now 4 seconds behind, and we're in position 5. Trying to catch up to this car up in front. The Commodore, I do think it seems to be a lot more stable than this car. Not as fast, but I do think it's a much more manageable car. I haven't driven it yet, so if you have, let me know down in the comments below which car you prefer. Braking at the huts down the left hand side, down the third gear, turning in, and you just see I'm stepping out much more than that car up is in front. And I also think my car sounds a little bit better. I'm not too sure about the sound on this Falcon. I'm not massively keen on it. I think it sounds... I can't explain it. it doesn't sound meaty. It seems to be a bit, yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. Off is the best way of putting it. Again, let me know down in the comments below what you think about it as I go scraping along the wall. The wall's not got painted there, so I thought it would be taking it upon myself to add some colour to that section right there. Coming through here now, braking back and stepping out a little bit. Get back in there, you behave yourself. We are catching up to a car up in front, which hopefully means that they hold that car up and then I can overtake both of them. It's a Falcon. Ooh, coming in a little bit hot there. There we go, out the other side, power on. Well, I mean, we're in position 6, that'd be position 5, position 4, then we only have one more place to get onto podium. By lap 8, I managed to catch up to HP. HP had an incident with another player where they basically sent themselves and he lost the argument. So he ended up being in a wall and I ended up catching up to them, which I can't complain about because I'm in position 4 now. The other cars that were following went into the pits and we are still out trying to make these hard tyres work and hold on for dear life as you come around this corner. Powering out the other side, we're 0.9 seconds away, 0.8 seconds away from the HP, 11 seconds away from position 1. So hopefully HP makes another mistake, or we can actually catch up to and overtake HP. But I do have to bear in mind, I do have that 0.5 second penalty, which if I do overtake, I've got to bear that in mind and also get another 0.5 seconds in front of them to be able to capitalize on the position, which is frustrating, I know, because, you know, I crashed into them. They had no ill effect from me going into the back of them. They said they didn't realize I went into the back of them because the new system negates that issue, but I still got penalized for it, although it was a my mistake. I was hard on the brakes, so the car just wasn't slowing down. Oh dear me. Right, so that is position 3 in front, position 2 in front of HP now. So hopefully maybe them two will start battling and overtaking each other and somebody will become worse off, and then I can sneak my way through and gain that position like a good old gentleman of a driver. Who knows, breaking that 200 meter board down to 3rd gear. Usually if you're on medium tires you can push it to the 150 meter board, but whoa, whoa, hello, what are you doing? What are you turning left for? Yeah, okay, yep, nice move. I don't know what to say about that. So moving on, coming down here, HP is now 1.3 seconds away, position 1 is 16 seconds away, position 1 has also been into the pits, so their tyres are going to be in far better condition, thus we're definitely not going to catch up position 1, but they do have a 2-second penalty though. Getting away, actually what happened to the other car, because Hot 2 is behind us now, so I'm not too sure. Doesn't matter, breaking out the hut down to 3rd gear, turning in, last lap, trying to really reel in HP up in front, who's now 0.8, 0.7 seconds away, and Hawk Virus, I'm just going to call him Hawk 2, behind is also slightly gaining, but they do have a 0.2 second penalty as well. Right, we are on our last legs on the tyres. They are not going to last much longer, and hopefully we can make this move work. If we can get past Dan, that'd be awesome, but it's getting past them. It's not going to be the easiest move, and whoa, you braking for? Oh dear, oh please don't give me a penalty for that, please. No penalty for collision, no penalty for off track. Okay, not a problem. We can live with that because we haven't lost any more time. Braking here now, down the 2nd gear, turning in. Come on, power, 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 power. Get the power on. Let's go, power. Come on, hold it, and get in the slipstream. 0.3 seconds away, and absolutely sending it down here. See if we can make this move work. No weaving. I am behind you. I will. I'm coming. Right, up the inside. No, I was going to. Ooh, nearly went off track. Oh, nearly going off track. Right, Come on. Power, power. He's sliding. I'm going up the side. Contact has been made. Power. Come on. I am in front. I am victorious, but I need to find another 0.5 of a second. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. They're breathing on me. 0.4 seconds away. Power. Come on. 0.3 seconds away. They got out the corner a little bit quicker than I did. Thus, we came position 3. I had to check. I had to check. Oh dear. Oh, that 0.5 second penalty did me awful. Let's take a look at the start of the first race, first lap, and how everybody is absolutely everywhere. It's so peculiar how everybody starts. I think this race will actually benefit from a rolling start, to be honest, because getting that power down as you pull away is kind of difficult. Everybody is spinning the life out of their wheels, so I think a rolling start may well actually be a bit more beneficial. Jumping ahead, let's take a look at what happened as the chaos unfolds here. So everybody is ping-ponging around each other. As you can see, my car is trying to sneak or find a way through. Yeah, it just turns into a good old game of ping-pong, and there's going to be a loser somewhere along the line. Talking about that line, here is loser number 1 as they got pit maneuvered out of the way of the track, and as you see me, I went into down HP trying to avoid the car that took a little bit too long to ghost. So should have ghosted soon as the car was actually out of control and at an angle not suited for the track. Talking about not suited for a track, I wondered how this accident happened. Everybody just piling up into this one bit of the wall, but as you can see, this Holden got wrecked sideways, and another Holden got wrecked sideways and took a Falcon with them. Yeah, that's actually quite unusual for this back section to have that kind of mess, but everybody still be coming together as this is lap 1. Talk about coming together, 2 Falcons don't make a Holden. That's a really bad joke. Don't laugh at that. Terrible. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time. Goodbye.